Following the recent high number of casualties in the aftermath of Tropical Cyclone Christine, Malacanang has mobilized government agencies to help prevent similar incidents. Now, to help us increase public awareness on disaster preparedness, joining us in the studio is Philippine Red Cross National Headquarters Disaster Management Services Manager, grabe yung title niya, Criselda Longa. Magandang umaga. Thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, good morning, Paula. Yeah.
All right, so let's start off first with yung obvious. The Philippines is the most hit country with regards to natural disasters. May natutunan ba tayo in recent years, months, base sa experience mo?
Yes, marami tayong natutunan in terms of disaster preparedness. So, sinasabi nga nila ang buong disaster management is from preparedness to response up to ma-recover natin yung mga situation natin after the impact ng mga bagyo, earthquake, and other incident. So, in terms of mga lessons learned, I think based on the previous na big mga operation, ang nakita natin is dapat ang tao talaga is aware kung ano yung nangyayari outside the hazard or yung mga risk, and dapat yung preparedness in terms of evacuation is nangyayari because in terms of evacuation, doon natin masasave yung ating mga lives, not only our life but also our resources, including yung ating mga livelihoods and even yung ating mga loved ones na mga pets like that.
Alam mo ko, medyo timely because maraming typhoon na dumadaan as of late. But then it's not just about typhoons, it's about flooding, it's about volcanic eruptions at mga lindol rin, mga earthquakes. The Red Cross now has programs na quote natural-based. Ano po yun? Ano yung mga natural-based solutions for the Red Cross?
Actually, it's nature-based.
Nature-based,
yes,
okay.
Nature-based solution. It's like working with nature on which we work with nature, with the community na inaalagaan natin yung environment because environment is one of our protective measures. For example, mangrove. During Typhoon Haiyan, there's a lot of storm surges. But because of the mangroves, there's a limited number of individuals or houses na na-damage because the mangrove itself protect the community. And pag sinabi nating nature-based, not only on the coastal area but also on the reef sa mga kabundukan natin because these mga trees, it will help to prevent flash flooding. So yun yung mga nasusupport sa atin ng nature pag meron tayong mga preventive measure that enables us to protect the community.
And of course, talking about the community, syempre, if you can take a shot of yung buong table po natin dito, we have the contents of a prescribed go bag ng Philippine Red Cross. Now, we've seen a lot of suggestions, reports online, but you prepared for us a very, sabihin natin, strategic and very usable kit here. Can you tell us about yung contents nito at yung rationale niya?
Yeah. So, ang tawag namin dito ay emergency go bag. Usually backpack yung nare-recommend natin para hands-free pag tayo ay nag-evacuate. So number one for that is of course yung ating emergency food na pwedeng magsuporta sa atin for at least 24 hours or 72 hours. And in addition to that, sa evacuation center kasi limited yung mga sleeping material. So we recommend na magkaroon din tayo ng sarili nating mat and mga blanket on our own kasi later pa magsusupport yung ating mga authorities and other actors to provide us sleeping materials. And of course, meron tayong tinatawag na battery-operated radio. So if in case na walang signal, we can listen to the news na meron man tayong dapat mapakinggan. And yung mga flashlight po natin, ang tawag namin dito, crank-based na flashlight. So even without battery, pwede tayong magkaroon ng light. And of course, pwede rin tayo magdala ng mga kandila and of course posporo. And ang di namin dapat kalimutan ay yung tubig kasi we don't know kung may supply ba ng water sa evacuation center. And of course, yung ating mga kitchen utensils if in case na kailangan natin kumain on the community or evacuation center. And ang pinakamahalaga po talaga sa amin is itong whistle. Why we are recommending to have a whistle? Because if in case na kailangan natin ng rescue operation or tayo ay natrap sa isang area at tayo ay pagod na, wala tayong lakas sumigaw, whistle ang makakapag-save to us because it can create a sound na pwedeng marinig ng mga rescuer. So these are the basic items sa go bag po natin. But of course, depending on the needs of the family, you can add your medicines. And then ito, may ina-add din kami mga pertinent documents, yung mga birth certificate, yung mga land title. And of course, syempre, kailangan din natin ng pera in case. So, we can add that in our go bag and emergency bag together with our cell phone and other equipment.
So, yung tanong ko, for those wondering siguro, bakit mo kailangan ng pertinent documents sa go bag mo?
Most of the time kasi, ang laging nami-miss out pag flooding situation is yung mga importanteng dokumento ng pamilya. Nawala yung birth certificate, nawala yung ID, nawala yung land title. And then later, after the impact ng mga bagyo, hinahanapan ka pa ng mga ID, bahay mo ba talaga yan, yung nasira, etc., etc. So, pertinent documents is very important in every family, lalo dito sa Pilipinas. No?
And of course, right now, syempre, napaka-importante na may go bag in general. And of course, we can go through each of them item per item. Pero let's talk about first the community effort, apart from yung individual and family-based. Gaano ka-importante yung networking with the community to understand kung anong mga kailangan gawin, especially during disaster situations?
Yeah, actually, the Philippine Red Cross has this kind of volunteer program. We call it Red Cross 143. It's one team leader, 43 members na located siya in different part of the community na they are the support volunteer of the Philippine Red Cross at the barangay level. If in case na kailangan mai-rescue, mai-first aid, sila yung initial na responder. But nevertheless, meron din kami tinatawag na 4Ps. Predict, plan, prepare, practice. So in every aspect ng 4Ps na ito, every community member must know to predict ano ba yung mga hazard within the community itself. Bagyo ba yan? Prone ba sila sa baha, sa earthquake, sa volcanic eruption, etc. So dapat nilang malaman yung awareness, no? Plano, kailangan magplano ng each of the family and even community. They need to plan out yung go bag nila. Pag mag-evacuate sila, saan bang evacuation center sila pupunta? Pag nagkahiwa-hiwala yung pamilya, saan sila magkikita? Sa bahay ba ng kanilang tita, ng lolo, lola, o sa evacuation center? Prepare. So, kailangan nila mag-prepare ng go bag. And of course, they need to prepare themselves mentally na pag may bagyo, dapat ready tayo to evacuate. And of course, practice. Ito yung gusto naming laging ibigay sa mga community. Dapat ini-involve nila yung sarili nila sa mga drills, flood drills, earthquake drills, and fire drills. Because sa pagsasali nila sa drills, nadadagdagan yung kaalaman nila paano maging handa pag may darating na disaster.
Criselda, I can talk to you about this forever, pero that's all the time that we have. For those who want more information with regards to disaster mitigation, preparedness, do check out yung mga social media accounts ng Filipino Red Cross. Maraming salamat. Thank you very much for joining us. Again, that's Criselda Longa of the Philippine Red Cross.